Long story short, I'm back in Singapore. I didn't really have much of a plan coming back, but earlier in August, my school announced that all my classes were gonna go online, and I had planned on coming back initially before everything happened. Recently, the government also made an announcement that all incoming travelers would have to pay for the COVID swab tests and also possibly the hotel stay, but the grace period would be until 31st of August, so I managed to come back here before that date, and I hope everything's covered for by the government. Yeah, so I'm back here, and this is just my little record of what it was like to travel during the COVID-19 pandemic. It's a weird feeling to be in the airport again after so long. Oh. So I was just gonna take my bag on and hope for no problems, but it was over like 5 kilos. So my mom's gonna come back and get that stuff back, and yeah, I hope there's no more problems. So I'm heading to LA first, and then from LA I'm going to be getting on a transfer flight to Singapore, straight 17 hours. So I was going to bring quite a lot of stuff back for family and just snacks and all that, but my bag felt a little bit heavy, and I was just going to try my luck, and hopefully they'll take it. Hopefully it's not over 23 kilos. But I came here and I weighed it, and it turned out to be 28. So 28 is obviously not going to fly, and I'm just waiting for my mom to come back and pick up the extra stuff that I pulled out. Oh. I'm gonna see how long I can go with this mask on. It's gonna be like 30 hours until I get to Singapore. My flight is boarding in like now, but I'm just gonna sit down and talk a little bit because why not? Okay, so some observations, I guess, of traveling during this COVID. So going back into the clean area, like past security, right? You have to show your ID, and I mean, you show your ID, you have to show your face, right? So the TSA agent asked me to pull down my mask, and there was that like 1 or 2 seconds that I had my mask down, so I hope I didn't get corona in that like few seconds, but there's no signs of any social distancing or anything happening, so TSA really doesn't care. I don't think the government really cares about what's going on, so also my flight is full, or it's almost full, so I'm gonna see how long I can last in this mask. I am trying my best to stay away from other people, but there's actually a lot more people traveling than I expected. I expected the terminal to be empty almost, but domestically there's a lot of people traveling. We'll see in LA how many people are traveling internationally. That's all I get to see of LA. I mean, I'm only here for like a few hours. I don't have money, I don't have data, I don't want to go anywhere, so America. I just got off the plane at the domestic terminal, but I have to walk to the international terminal. It's so far away. Come on, America. Infrastructure, please. my flight out of LA is at midnight, so bag drop, everything's check-in is open at 8:30. So just have to find some place to sit and chill, kill about 4 hours here in the terminal. My flight here from Houston, I actually think that United handled or is handling like the pandemic a lot better than TSA or individual terminals. Like they're, of course you can't really socially distance when you're on a tiny little 737, but
Hello and welcome to LAX.
there was a person in the middle seat in my row, but after everyone boarded, the flight attendants moved that person out to another row. So I mean, it was pretty okay. It was like the first time I sat really close to someone in a while. So
Effective immediately by order. Remember, 311 to see your screening process.
So since I was on separate tickets for my United and SQ flights, I just stood outside security, and I wouldn't recommend it. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. After an 8-hour wait, I love LA, but we're out. Usually the flight would be full. I think it would be full, but it looks like 50, 60 people maybe max. And this is why I wanted to book a direct flight from the US to Singapore, so there would be no one on the flight. Excuse me, what? The ground crew, when she was checking me in, I asked her how full the flight was going to be, and she said, fairly full. This is not fairly full, miss. This is not fairly full. Look at this. There's no one on this plane. There's no one. Actually, I did see somewhere that SQ took like a 90% drop in revenue. I mean, reduced capacity, reduced prices too. Yeah, this is a 90% drop for sure. Because I think out of the US, usually the SQ flies out of LA, San Fran, Houston, and New York. So that's at least 28 flights a week, which now they're cutting down to 3 flights a week out of LA only. And like, if the planes are always this empty, that's really a huge drop in passenger numbers.
Flight SQ37 to Singapore. The flight time will be 15 hours and 30 minutes. And assisting me on this flight, we have Captain Kelvin Ing, Senior First Officer Andrew. And this morning we're taking off towards the southwest. And thereafter you can monitor the flight on our cruise tour entertainment system. Have a pleasant flight, and thank you for choosing Singapore Airlines. A warm welcome. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is off. Please take care when opening the overhead compartments, and remember to take all your belongings with you. It's been our pleasure serving you on this flight. Thank you for flying Singapore Airlines, a member of Star Alliance.
28 hours later. Feels so good to be home.
So you follow the
Do you remember the date you received it, the actual date, or?
I can check. after I got my bag and we went out to the bus area, there wasn't really anyone like taking care of us or anything. I'm not sure who organizes the bus situation from the airport to the hotels. Like, I don't know if it's ICA or the airport or independent company, I don't know who, but it was those people who were just kind of guiding us along, but they didn't tell us anything. Like, they were just checking our passports and us to make sure that everyone that cleared immigration that day or everyone that's supposed to be on the bus is on the bus, but they didn't tell us anything and just got on the bus. So we didn't know where we were going, but we ended up here on the bus coming back into Singapore. Though it was just so nice to be back again. Like, I haven't been back here in a year and a half almost, and just seeing the green highways, the tall buildings, it just felt like coming home. I felt so at home. It's really nice to be back. Once we got to the hotel, it was just impro, checking in everything, and basically we were brought into a big room, all of us, and we were just briefed on what we could and could not do. We were given a 4-page packet on FAQ, basically on everything that we need to know, and also indemnity forms, waiver forms in case of injury or death or whatever. And yeah, the whole processing there at the hotel took like 30 minutes, but it felt really nice to be like settled down again after a lot of travel. I'm now trapped in this room for 14 days. Oh no. The view is not bad though. Good view, good view. I can't really complain, honestly. Everything's covered by the government, so 30 hours on a plane at LAX, on 2 planes actually. That has never felt so good, taking off a mask. Oh, I should probably wash my hands, but... So that's it for my day of traveling from the US back to Singapore. Overall, it was just a really interesting experience seeing like what international travel is like during the pandemic. That's it for this video. I will make another one for my experience staying in the hotel for 2 weeks, and there will be a COVID test at the end of that too. So stay tuned for that, I guess. Okay, bye.